and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me again. My name is Wilky, and here we are with my season slash scenario slash server transition checklist. Before we actually dive into the things that I would personally do and that I would recommend you guys doing, here's the thing. I'm currently on Matibus, that is the PvE scenario in Phase 5. In 20 hours of recording, so probably by the time it's uploaded it's going to be 18, so Saturday morning my time, our server is gonna hit the new dawn phase, which is also the settlement phase, at least if we're going from the labeling here. Now, if we go to season info, there's a lot of information there, but I think it's still very unclear or unprecise at some point. When this season reaches its final phase, tomorrow, the sign up feature is available. You can also see this here, that it gives you the little banner. After signing up, you can join the new season server when the scenario countdown ends. So the way I understand this, there's going to be new servers that we can register for, but I don't know if this is going to be the same scenario. I don't know if it's going to be like whether you can choose the PvP scenario if you are in PvE or vice versa. So this is still a bit unclear. And then they say when the scenario countdown ends. Now, it seems or sounds to me like there's going to be like a little grace period after signing up before the servers actually launch, if that makes any sense, in order to kind of like give people some time to sign up or maybe find groups or warbands or hive members to switch to the same server. If you do not sign up, then, or if you sign up but you don't enter, you can switch to another server. So even if you register for a specific server, you don't have to go there. So if you have friends or other people that like, oh, but we want to play on server XYZ, then you can still do that. And if you decide to not sign up anywhere, once this current server is going to be closed down, you will be sent to Eternal Land. Now, as I said, this is still a bit unclear, but tomorrow we should be learning how this goes. Now, into the meats and balls for, I think, what most people are here for. The following content will be carried over. STARCHROMs, Christians, Mitsuko's marks, stuff like that. We talked about this multiple times, so I don't really think that this is new information. However, I still recommend reading up on this and understanding what this entails. Now, what I personally would do on your existing server is, or are a few things. The first thing is go to the Nisa shop. This is the little jelly bomb, the Sproutlet shop, and buy any items that you may want. These mods here are seasonal. You can see that I bought a couple because back then there was no way to get them actually. If you need any of these materials, maybe you need some extra controllers or anything, then I would recommend buying these items. I would not spend all of my Sproutlets because these Sproutlets will be carried over. So in the next scenario, season, server, whatever, you will be able to spend, I currently have 9,800, so I will be taking those over and I can buy stuff again on the new server. A similar thing goes for Severin, but he is selling any or a couple accessories as well as a STARCHROM crate for, I think this one is sold 6 times or something, so there's a count on this. I personally recommend spending all of your Planula, and you should have enough if you did all of the quests, to buy all of this shop, because weapon accessories will carry over. So all the accessories that you buy slash find right now will carry over. This is not only for Severin accessories, but also from the ones that you get from the events or doing the little riddles, so definitely start doing that. On to the next thing. Most NPC shops in each of these settlements sell formulas. Like, obviously, this is only if you are interested in building. Still, though, I think they are fairly cheap for the amount of star link or energy links that most of us should have by now. Also, there are some accessories, so I would also go to each shop, buy out everything there, formulas, accessories, because these will carry over to any other season slash scenario. This is as far as I would go in terms of settlement and stuff to buy, stuff to use. As I mentioned before, there are STARCHROM crates at Severin, and there are multiple STARCHROM crates around like various events. I would highly recommend checking out all the events, check out your season goals, make sure you collected everything there. STARCHROM is still a very important resource as of right now. There's going to be more events coming up here, so anything in that regard is going to be there. Going into the next season, we will be able to, this is actually the seasonal shop, excuse me. So if you go to your season shop, there we will be getting STARCHROM crates starting tomorrow in the final phase. These cost in total 390,000 energy links, which isn't a whole lot when you think about how long you have time to build this up. So obviously, before you switch servers, before you sign up anything, make sure you have that energy link and make sure to buy those STARCHROM crates before actually doing anything else. Other than that, like I said, make sure to check all of the events, make sure to check every source. Click on the event tab here, click on your there, click on this, and stuff like that. It's just make sure you check all of these menus that you are not forgetting anything. Another thing is to spend your controllers. Now, these will not be carried over, so if you don't use them, they're going to be gone. Now, you don't, as I said, you don't instantly have to switch, or probably you cannot even switch instantly starting tomorrow. However, I highly recommend making sure that you spend most of these on specific items / mods. So if there's any mods or anything that you want to try out, I highly recommend spend these in your silo runs, spend these in your monolith runs, spend these in your primors, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you aren't running around with 300 of those, because you're actually going to put yourself in quite the bad position. You don't necessarily have to go all 0 starting today. I will probably keep like 10 or 15 for good measure, because as I said, I don't really know when exactly all the timings will land. But I will try to get rid of most of these, so I'm just making sure that I don't really have anything specific left over. On the topic of energy links, this is your basic currency, I would spend some of those. Obviously, keep the 390,000 available for the STARCHROM crates, but if there are calibrations, maybe there are builds, maybe there are items that you want to try out, and if they are available, even if they seem a bit more expensive or pricey, I would highly recommend buying them, because all your energy links are gonna be turned into astral sands. Now, astral sand is used in Eternal Land. So astral sand is used to build stuff there, also essentially just your basic currency in Eternal Land. Obviously, we don't really know how important astral sand is, but if we go here, then you can, that's not where I wanted to go. Then all of these here, for example, cost astral sand, but these cost like 10, these cost like 500 for fishing rod. I currently have 160,000 astral sand, so I don't really feel like getting astral sand is difficult, so I would not stockpile or keep all of my things to be turned into astral sand. Obviously, this is a personal thing here. If you want to build like a very huge theme park thing here, then by all means, get as many energy links as you can. I personally think spending them on builds or calibrations, because calibrations are going to be sent to Eternal Land, this is something we know already, I think is a huge portion of the game. Anyways, a quick checklist that I made here for TLDR is get and buy all the accessories that you can. So do the riddles, go through all shops. Grab every STARCHROM crate, STARCHROM shops, everything that is available, make sure to buy them. Spend most, if not all, of your controllers on mods that you desire. Spend some of your energy links on calibration / items. And finally, do not be afraid to try out builds this close to the final phase. I don't really know how the game's going to change, but all of the materials are going to be sent to your Eternal Land, and most of them are probably not going to be put to use at some point later in time. So I would highly suggest be a bit more willing to take a risk, craft another item, or maybe craft 2 more weapons to make a DPS race or compare your build something. I think right now this is the best time, at least that's what I'm going to be doing. And that is all for my checklist. Thank you all for being here. I will definitely be trying to make a video tomorrow, maybe even try and fire up my Twitch stream to see how everything will play out tomorrow morning. Other than that, hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.